Hi, in this video I'm going to introduce you to our new sample library, the Total Composure Orchestra. This sample library is made as an entry to the KVR Audio Developer Challenge. It's available free of charge through our website www.totalcomposure.com. The library is made entirely using samples that are available in the public domain. All we've done is gathered them together, cleaned them up, and put them into the Kontakt format with a load of scripting and coding behind the scenes that makes them really playable. I'm just going to go through each of the instruments and give you a little taster of what it's like, but please go to the website, go to KVR and vote for us. We hope this will be useful to everyone, but especially people who can't afford the bigger libraries like VSL and Cine Samples and East West. It's a general purpose orchestral library. It's got a small resource footprint. It doesn't use much RAM. The whole library is about 500 megabytes. So give it a try. Some of the samples are higher quality than others, as these are gathered from various sources, but hopefully you'll have some fun with it. I'm going to start off by showing you the keyboard instruments. The samples of this instrument come from a Yamaha grand piano. We've got scripting in here for the sustain pedal and the lid position, and we've also put a reverb and a round-robin repetition script. These little menus underneath allow you to assign a CC control to the round-robin and to the reverb, and these ones to the lid position and the pedal. So you can have the pedal set to any number you want, which is useful if you don't have a sustain pedal that puts out CC64. You can set it to something else. So I'm going to play around with the instrument a bit, and I'll change the lid position. This is a filter, by the way. You can also change it by clicking on it. This is just a filter. It's a simulated lid position. It doesn't switch the samples, but it's quite effective. So as you can hear, I'm not the best piano player, but hopefully that'll give you an idea of the quality of this instrument. And there's tons of velocity layers in there. We have velocity scaling, so it responds to 128 different velocity layers. With the reverb, if you hold Control on a PC or Command on Mac and click, it'll reset to a default value. Behind the scenes, the reverb on each instrument is set so that when played together, they sound cohesive, like a real orchestra. Because coming from different sources, these samples were recorded with various amounts of reverb. Some of them were really dry, some of them were really wet. So we've tried to even them out a bit. On most of the instruments it's a simulated round robin, although on some there are some repetition samples. It uses various techniques to simulate repeated notes so that you don't get the same sound if you hit the key multiple times, so it makes it a little more realistic. Hopefully I can demonstrate that now. This is the marimba instrument. As you can hear, it doesn't have as many dynamic layers as the grand piano does, but it uses a dynamic filter, so you still get a change in timbre as the dynamic changes. As with the piano, there's the round robin and the reverb controls. They work in exactly the same way. There's no lid or pedal controls, so it's really simple, straightforward. And as you can see, it's only 390k of RAM, so a really small, nice little sounding instrument. So that's the clavichord. As you can hear, it's not the cleanest samples, but it's still very playable.